Ladies and gentlemen, please give Camille Walker Banks a big round of applause. Camille Walker Banks.
Hey, everybody. Okay, so I'm 6 years old, and I'm sitting in the window waiting for my mother to come home from the hair salon, and she pulls in. And she comes in the house, and my pretty little fierce firecracker of a mama is posing because she just got this curly, tight afro, and it's sweet. Now, I'm an only child, and my mother is my world. So I'm just like, I love it. That afro is hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. So in comes my stepfather, and he's an older, conservative engineer. And he looks at my little mama, and she's posing. And he says to her, so who told you can cut your hair? And so I immediately went to my bedroom because I don't want to be in the middle of this, okay? So the next thing I know, they're arguing, and my mother runs and locks herself in the bathroom, and my bedroom is right there. And my stepdad is upset, and he's banging on the door, and he's ranting. Who told you can cut your hair? You just can't do anything you want to do, blah, blah, blah. He talking stuff. And it felt like an hour later, she comes out of the bathroom, completely bald. No, I'm not talking about the Hot Buttered Soul Isaac Hayes album cover, cool bald with the chains, or the Black Panther Lupita bald. No. I'm talking about the shave your head, you mad in the mirror, cussing out somebody on the other side of the door, and you shave your hair with the big razor. I mean, like with spots missing. So she's up in his face. She's like, nigga, this is my head. I do whatever the hell I want to do. Fuck you. And I'm like, and he just retreats and go into the basement. And it was in that moment for the first time that I started to realize that my mama might be crazy. Yeah. So now I'm 10, right? And everything's cool. You know, I went and spent the night with my grandparents, and they brought me home the next day, and I walk in the house, and the house is in shambles. I mean, broken glass, dishes in the living room, the furniture was flipped over, the chandelier in the foyer was broken. And I'm like, what happened, Mama? And so my mother's laying on the couch, smoking a cigarette. And she don't even smoke cigarettes. And I'm like, Mama, what's going on? What happened? And where's Daddy? And she's like, baby, don't even worry about it. We're going to clean this up. And I'm like, well, okay, but where's Daddy, Mama? What's going on? What's going on? So my Aunt Ann is there. She's such a sweetie. And she's sweeping the rug. It's like, okay. And she says, come here, let me talk to you. So Aunt Ann takes me to the side. She says, yeah, your daddy had to leave. And I'm like, what do you mean? What's going on? And I keep pressing, and she says, yeah, your daddy slapped your mama. I'm like, oh, Daddy, why? Everybody knows that you can't just slap a woman from Linwood. So apparently, when he slapped her, she decided, now my mother's 4'11", okay? She decides she's gonna kill him. He's like 6'5". And she used everything in that house, as a weapon to fulfill that goal. She's very ambitious. And so apparently he hid in a bathroom. He hid in a bathroom, and his sister and her family had to come to our house that morning to rescue him. And so I look over at my mama, and she's like, baby, don't even worry about it. And it was in that moment that I was convinced that this woman is crazy. So my mother's name is Lily Adams, and she's a renowned classically trained musician and pianist, vocalist, educator, very, very talented. I mean, she started her musical career at the age of 15. While she was at Cass Tech, she was on Cass Tech music program. CT. Okay, and so she worked at Motown at age 15, and writing lead sheets. And then at 16, she was fronting bands that toured around the city. She was the front woman and the pianist in various bands. I remember going to Hitsville recording studio, and I was a little girl, and she was there. She was a studio musician, and she would transpose live music into actual sheet music. And Aretha Franklin actually babysat me a couple times in that studio, so it was like, I didn't know, I didn't care, I had Barbie. So Lily, mama, remarries a younger man. He was a math teacher by day and a percussionist by night. And so together they formed this band, Cosmic Energy, and it was a funk band. And they rehearsed at our house. And, you know, all the musicians were coming in and out all the time, and they would tour. And my parents were both involved in community theater and lots of performing arts programs around the city. And the kids in my neighborhood thought that our house was the cool house because we had the rockin' music coming out of it all the time. And then my mama, who was our height, you know, they thought she was just, you know, this diva, they just revered and honored her, and they wanted to be like her. I mean, she was hot. But I would tell them, no, y'all, she crazy. And don't look her in the eye for too long because she liable to snap. You just never know. So I go away to college. They lived a great life. You know, they were educators. They had this music going. Mama was working, you know, in churches and doing a lot of work in the area, in the region. And so I went away to college, and I came home after my first year, and they sat me down in the kitchen and announced that they decided they were going to divorce. And I'm like, okay, you know, stuff happens, all right. And so, but here go my mama. Yeah, this town is too small for me. I got to get out of here. And I'm like, oh, okay. So she decides that they're divorcing, and she's going to move overseas and be an international performer. And she's 40. And I'm like, dude, you 40? You know, we got a nice little setup here. You know, nice stable job, health insurance, all that good stuff. You know, I'm in college, it's all good. But she's like, no, I gotta go. So Lily gotta go. And next thing I knew, she was on a cruise ship working on tour through the Baltic region of the world and fell in love with some Norwegian marine biologist, Odd Pedersen. Odd, I'll never forget Odd. And so at age 45, she marries me off, sells the family house, and she never looks back. So fast forward, now she's traveling back and forth, you know, overseas, and she come home every once in a while. So one time we were at the airport, and she was traveling to London to do some work. And this was pre-9/11, so you can stand at the gate with your loved one and see them get on the plane and wave to the plane and all of that kind of stuff. Well, we're sitting there waiting, and George Clinton and his band are getting on this plane as well. And I'm like, yeah, I like P-Funk, what's up? So I go over. I'm 25, I'm kind of hot, so I go over, and of course they like, hey. So, I'm talking to George Clinton and his band, and we're kicking it, and all of a sudden I'm facing him. He looks over my shoulder, and he says, oh, shit. Real low. So I look back, and it's my mama walking up. And so she walks up in his face and checked the shit out of him. About $700 he owes her from some work she did, some studio work she did back in the 70s. Checked the crap out of him. So I'm in her ear like, chill out, mama. You got to get on this plane. Chill out, calm it down. So I'm kind of, sorry, mama, because, you mess with Lily's money, she feels like it's okay, like she's justified in taking your head off. And so I calmed her down. And that's when I realized, oh, this woman ain't crazy, because this can be tamed. Now, I've always seen, through the years, I've seen my mother fight people, jump bad at people, just really lose her stuff. So I'm just thinking she just flips out. But in this moment, she chilled out when I said to her, look, keep your cool, because if you screw this up, you're not going to get on this plane, and you need to go make us some more money. And she calmed down, so they get on the plane. So now I hit about 27, a few years after that. I'm Team Lily. I'm on it. I'm all in, because now I get it. And I realize that she's just an artist, and she doesn't know the business of the arts. And that's going to be my role. And so my ability to calm her down and to help her to get herself together, get on that plane, was very meaningful and powerful for both of us. So now I'm 27, and she's in Ingolstadt, Germany, this little town in Germany, and she's playing this week-long music festival with her band, and she's fronting this band. And she calls me up, and she's like, this guy, this promoter, won't give us our money. And I'm like, oh, Lord, I know where this is going. And I said, well, Mama, chill out. Give me 2 days, and I'll be there. She said, well, you better hurry up, because, I don't play. I said, I already know. I don't want the wrath of Lily to overcome Ingolstadt, because I know the German police would be calling me next. So I said, here I come, Mama, give me 2 days. And she says, bring the red suit. Okay, so the red suit. Prior to that, she was in town, and when she come home, we'd shop and go shopping, and I tried on this red suit, and this suit was bad. I remember when I put it on, and I remember she saying, I stood taller, and I exuded confidence, and she was like, you look like a boss in that suit. Bam, happy birthday. Now, that's not really how she speaks, but this is my voice for Mama. She says, happy birthday, so she buys me this red suit. So she's like, bring the red suit. I'm like, okay, Mama. So I get on the airplane. I caught 2 planes, a tram, a train, and a taxi. Finally got to this hotel, had to put this red suit on in the bathroom lobby, the lobby of the hotel, so that I can run over to the stage, because I know she's tripping, to calm her down. And so she's getting ready to go on and perform in her band, and the promoter's back there. She's like, I'm about to kill him. I'm like, no, Mama, you're going to go on this stage, you're going to do your thing. And by the time they came off of the stage, I had the check. I was like, yeah, red suit, baby. So we went out that night, and actually the promoter came along with us in the band, and he actually picked up the tab. But we had a ball that night, and that was the night me and my mother became business partners and friends. So the red suit represents my cape, or my or Pepper's rescue armor. That's my red suit. And that red suit has made several appearances messing around with Lily over the next few years in foreign lands across the world. I had to pull that red suit out when we flew into Klosters, Switzerland, because she decides she's going to snowboard down the Swiss Alps at 50 for the first time, but then she breaks her ankle. And her agent, her manager, didn't appreciate it. She was on tour, so I had to show up and get him straight. And the red suit made an appearance in Italy when she was ending a tour on a cruise ship, an Italian cruise ship that was run by a bunch of assholes. So I had to go and get them straight, too. I didn't like the way they were talking to my mama. So what Lily has taught me, Lily Adams has taught me that, first of all, I noticed that when her freedom is in jeopardy, or if her money is being played with, she's tripping out. She's not crazy. She's actually a free woman. And it's like, oh. But then I had to teach her the importance of valuing the business behind what she's doing. In my current role, I work with entrepreneurs. I run this educational program that trains entrepreneurs to be CEOs, the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses. Any entrepreneurs out there, make sure you sign up. 10,000 Small Businesses. Detroit is the #1 site. Okay. But I actually developed my mission in what I currently do with my mother. My mother gave me the skills and the tools and the opportunity to support her. And as a result of that, I support entrepreneurs all day, every day, for years, making sure that you have the business in place. And that means having the right kind of structure, having the process in place, so that surprises come up, you can handle them. You know, you understand what's going on. And now, as a result of that, she could continue to do her work and be the artist that she is. So I have some advice for my daughter and all of the other girls out there being raised by free women. Number one, make sure that you respect the business behind everything that you do. Put those systems in place so that if you break an ankle, or if someone is giving you a hard time or refusing to get you your money, then you have a team and you can empower yourself. You have the contracts and you have the ability to get your money. Number two, when your free mama pushes you to do something better or pushes you ahead, she's pushing you towards freedom. So listen to her. Take heed. She wants you to be free. Number three, freedom is not free. Okay? Freedom ain't free. It pisses me off when I'm working with women entrepreneurs and they say to me how they did this project for free just to get their foot in the door, or they gave something away, gave their skill away for the hopes of possibly getting something in the future, some future opportunity that never materializes. Don't give your stuff away from free. Men don't tell me that. The men, business owners that I work with, they don't share those kinds of stories, but women do. And it's okay for us to want our money and to demand our money and to be paid for our skills. So I'll leave you with this. I'll leave you with this. Strive for freedom. Sometimes you got to be crazy. My daughter calls me crazy all the time, and she's 26 years old. But I think she's starting to get it. This ain't really crazy, but I kind of don't mind being crazy because it's kind of like paying a tribute to my mama, to Lily Adams' legacy. Because when my freedom is compromised or you mess with my money, oh yeah, I'm coming for your head. But that's not crazy, it's free. And so to my daughter, baby, just keep your eye on the ball and you're going to be free too. Thank you.
Camille Walker Banks, ladies and gentlemen. Freed. All right.